Hello everybody and welcome to Jet TV. We are back on my Lizardman campaign where we are going for a domination victory now, having beat the Vortex campaign. I can't actually remember which number we're on. I think it's 46, but I could be a bit wrong. Now, we are invading Ulthuan at the moment, and Lothan have just started fighting back. They're bringing up armies, so I've dug in. I'm going to start bringing this army back, and we are almost in a position to bring another army over. We are still doing a little bit of tidying up in other places, however, we are getting there nicely now. And these guys are just running away. I've got a little bit of a freeze. I'm not going to keep chasing these guys.
Certainly not.
I'm just going to bring this army over just to escort them through my territories. And you can start moving back down here because we are going to start invading the Turtle Isles soon. Just to finish off their little Ulthuan's little... Basically all the High Elves have been confederating, so they're effectively one thing at the moment. Because this was obviously Teclis, but he's confederated. So we're slowly bringing everybody together now. Oh, that's what I need. I need to get somebody at sea again. I've still got somebody up here actually, I think, somewhere. Okay, and it is end turn time now, guys, so let's see what Ulthuan do. I think I'm going to get a couple of sieges going on against me, but that's reasonable. We've got to finish off these knights here at the moment, but that's, again, not too difficult a thing for us to do. And then I can start bringing my army with my Stegodons over, and my ancient Stegodons over, which are really good because they're both cav and... they're a mix of both cavalry and archers, so they're going to be putting into Kroq-Gar's army, so that will be a really solid army now. Let's see where these guys come. You see, they can't really afford to attack me because they attack me certainly in a defensive position. They will lose. Okay, they're coming back. So they might need dealing with then, but I can deal with them easily enough. So I really have put Lothan on the defensive now. They really are trying to throw everything. They've brought everything back to Ulthuan. I really hope they hit somewhere. Although I might want to look at my defences up there. But at the moment, you know, even if they do manage to take a settlement or two, they won't hold them for long. Okay, so... Mazamundi is still holding his own there. I think that little high elf settlement is probably not going to last long, and then hopefully he'll start pushing north more and more and more. And Nagarond, I'm a bit worried Nagarond and the Cult of Pleasure are going to confederate at some point, which will make them an extremely powerful faction, but then again, they're still nothing compared to me. They'll have one continent. I've almost got two. I've got, you know, most of 2 continents at the moment, so even if they do that, I can simply outproduce them. Especially as I'm now clearing up everything behind me. I've got good allies in these dwarven factions as well at the moment. I do want to keep an eye on them just in case. You know, so long as they're happy just to sit up in those mountains, I'm happy to let them sit up in those mountains. Most of the orc factions are dying off now as well, other than these guys. Why don't they have an army up there? Okay, they don't. Why is it showing them when it's actually on Nagarite? Okay, so they've successfully stolen a technology from me. Okay, you can actually start pushing in towards this settlement. I'm not so worried about what's going on around here just now. We are getting into the position where we're going to be able to start recruiting armies here as well to reinforce these guys. Okay, sorry, I am just jumping through them at the moment because we've been doing a lot already. Okay, let's look down on the Southern Isles. Why are we not getting our reinforcements? Okay, this will be better now. Now that becomes an easy victory. And we now have the Southern Islands. These are all elven ports as well, so these really buff up my income too, which is really, really good. So actually, I should have taken them earlier, because that's done wonders for my income. And I think they're going to stay friendly as well without me. I don't think I'm going to have to stay in there defending, which means these armies can be used elsewhere as well, which will be really, really nice actually. Okay, let's check over here. Most of these places do have walls, so I'm not that worried. If they start getting into my heart, I don't have as many defences. So actually I'm going to pull this army down here. We're potentially going to start building it up a little bit more as well. Do a little bit of economy rejigging, and we can pop that one on there. Okay, so that's going quite nicely there, guys. I say right now, guys, this is a lot of just tidying things up. So I'm not hugely worried about. Yeah, I'm not gonna lose this game, even if they would. Ulfwan somehow completely drove me off. So Ulflofen completely somehow drove me off Ulfwan. You know, I'm going to be in a position where I could put 6 or 7 armies on there in 20 or so turns. Now, do I want to be doing that? No, I want to fight it this way, because A, it's more fun, and B, I can use armies elsewhere. But no, Ulfwan is our next target. Once Ulfwan is clear, we're just going to go in and we are going to smash through Nagaron. It is not going to be a small invasion. That is going to be every army I have, you know, cleansing Nagaron of the Dark Elves to clear it for me. I'm not going to be capturing settlements, other than a few places, because most of them aren't places I particularly want to live in, because I get massive negatives from their territory. But we'll be doing that, just clearing it all out, and just to complete the domination victory. Okay, so let's see what Nagaron's doing. I do really want these guys, Mazamundi, to actually finish that. I might actually set a war goal of that little settlement for them, and then start setting them war goals for up through the Dark Elf territory as well, to start getting some aggression there. Because while these guys won't ally, won't confederate with me, they are powerful in their own right. Even though they're not as big as me or potentially Nagaron, they are quite powerful in their own right. So these dwarfs are doing their own things. I'm surprised those dwarfs haven't gone and cleared out that little place in the mountains yet, because it would kind of make sense for them to. Bone Clubbers tribe. You can start marching towards there. So we're moving in on them from both sides now. Let's just finish off this settlement, which gives me this entire region. The nice thing is these guys don't seem to necessarily mind me taking them over. So, what else do I want here? I want to build a wall. I want to start chucking walls in all of these settlements for the moment, just to defend, because actually, sounds daft, Ulthuan is quite hard to defend because it's an island. Because it's such an odd-shaped island, they can come at you from almost any angle. Actually, this place is great because they've still got really good public order even after I've left them. So these guys can start double timing it back up north as well. Oh, actually, you can go via that one. Okay. This little guy's here this army's probably going to get disbanded at some point, but no, you can start marching up the coast just in case. It's another, all these elven ports are really powerful actually, because they give me so many buffs. Well, you were foolish. Let's push out the geomantic web there, and is there anything else I really want here? Not just now. You are still coming up here. Once you are here, we will bring this army back and we will commence the invasion of the Turtle Isles. Check how I'm doing with dwarfies. Both dwarfies are still very friendly with me, so I'm happy about that. Unsurprisingly, lots of other people don't like me. Right.
Honor before glory.
Yep, let's set there as a war cooperation target. And with you, let's set... Let's set there as well. Or can I not set the same place? Why can't I set any of these places? I can set my own cities? What? Never mind. Okay, so you've got your movement. Okay, we've got a Skull Reef, so that's going to be an extra 10k next turn. We can set something up in this place, and let's go through, because we've got a bit of building we can do, because we've got some spare monies. What? Oh, you're under siege. Oh, we don't actually have much spare monies. I've already spent my monies. You can get a Carnosaur. You can get an Ancient Stegodon. And end turn. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Oh, there's just this army moving still. Loffin's probably going to start running with this army again. as again, I want to get that invasion of the Turtle Isles going, though there's a little army there, it could be a little bit of a pain if it gets into my soft underbelly. I do need to pay attention over here because they are beginning to bring up a lot of armies, and they're going to hit me massively. But I can hold where I've got. You know, that's not necessarily an issue. It's going to be if they start. You know, they might well just start wandering around me and taking out the places around me. So actually getting those supporting armies up once we've dealt with the Knights of Arrigo will be very beneficial to me, and getting all my other armies up there. So given a few turns, I'm going to actually have a lot more, you know, 10 or so turns, I'm going to have a lot more armies in Ulthuan, at which point we can really start the aggressive campaign. I probably could at the moment, but I don't want to. This is the tricky thing. I want to be aggressive, but I don't want to be too aggressive because I don't want to waste armies, because that just drags things out. However, I know that building up massive armies and just auto-resolving isn't necessarily the most interesting thing to watch all the time. But that is endgame, let's be honest. You get a few really good battles, but mostly... Oh, that could be interesting. Okay, so we're being attacked here now. I am going to fight the defence here. I don't think I'll win, but we'll fight the defence anyway, so we're having a battle. So we can valiantly lose. They've got a lot of spears. They don't have too many archers, which actually is my biggest worry with these guys. Now we are on the walls, so they are... I don't know what they've got, what they'll be coming at me with, but we'll pay attention and have a look. Now, they're going to win this battle, there's no doubt about that, but I thought I'd fight it anyway, because sometimes having a nice loss is good. They can potentially actually completely, you know, they can swarm the walls and get behind me all over, so I do want to be a little bit careful here. We do have a mage. I'm never quite sure. While having a mage is cool, having a level 1 mage in a settlement's... You've got very basic spells, so it's nice to have a couple of leaders here, but the Saurus Warrior is probably going to be more beneficial to me than the low-level Skink Priest. As is the case. You know, high-level Skink Priests, especially once they get on their Stegodon mounts, are devastating, however. But no, this is why I'm going to start bringing around my other army again, just to get myself into a position where I can actually defend a bit more, and I can start hitting out there against their armies. And once my other two armies come up, get across the sea, it's going to be full aggression again. Build up that other army and rejig some of my armies a little bit. Let's take a gamble, because that's rubbish. See, I'm almost tempted not to defend the tower here, because actually I can potentially defend here better. You know what, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to actually defend the wall. I'm going to defend back here. Now, this might seem like an odd choice, but because they will swarm the walls, I will lose the walls, and they are faster than me. So sometimes what I also do if I've got a big force is while I hold the walls, I also oh, that's daft of you. Let's get everybody involved in this fight. Get everybody on that lord. I know this is mostly beneficial against other people, but it's also always useful. If I can kill their lord straight away, that'll give a huge negative to them. He was brave. He was stupid. Let's hit this guy. Oh, watch my Kroq-Gars charging in. He's coming back down. That was silly again. He is breaking now. I don't actually want him to take off. I wish I had some sort of net spell to hold him in place. Because if he can take off, he will escape. Come on, finish him, guys. We are nicely trapping him. No, he's going to start getting out. Oh, and he's coming back. He's a glutton for punishment, that's for sure. Come on, kill him this time, please. That's it, their lord is down. Because he's had an impact on all of their units. Now let's counter charge. Watch these Kroq-Gars hammer through them. Here they come. Oh, they are now dropping some nasty spells down on me as well. Let's get my Stegodon involved. For a buff out here. You guys can all start hitting that cav. That's broken. You can start chasing down some of their... Oh, we've got another lord in here. Let's hit him. My other guys are enraging. It's hardly surprising. We're doing nicely here, though. You know, we are clearing through. But let's try and get my Steggy behind them. Let's throw out another... Flock of Doom. These guys are beginning to break. Steggy is clearing through them. Oh, they grew a tree in the middle of me. Come on, Steggy, you can get through. Look at these guys just being pounded about. The issue is now they are actually going to start getting behind me quite nicely. Let's charge them into melee. Need a little bit more magic. Let's move you closer to give us a bit more support. Still don't quite get why this is a Stegodon, but rather than a Triceratops, but you know. Saving for a Flock of Doom. Not what we really necessarily needed here now. To even get my priest involved. However, the issue is they still have so much more which can come. So while I've won this initial fight, you know, they are around me. So there's no way I was ever going to win this. But Steggy, go eat some archers. Now let's watch my Stegodon charge into these guys. Come on, start charging. Oh! Now this is Loth and Seaguard, so they're actually quite good at defending against these sort of guys, so I do want to be a bit careful. So Steggy is enraged now. He is going to start taking damage there, but it's kept some of their archers off me for a bit longer. I'm breaking some of them off, actually. Let's keep charging, guys. Let's keep this charge on. Come on, let's keep charging. Oh, this is going to be fun. I didn't jump in, but whack. Oh, some of my guys are actually starting to break rather than be enraged now, which isn't good. Oh! My army is pretty much out of control now, so they are all beginning to break, so I'm not sure this is going to last much longer. But you know, there are worse things than having a completely out of control army shredding through these soft little warm bloods who are not quite sure what they're doing at the moment. They're trying to use their bows, and then they're switching, and then they're switching. My Saurus warrior is right there amongst them. Oh, Kroq-Gar just went and fell over on one of them. He is right in amongst them. The Skink Priest is fighting. Yeah, they're not the best person to be fighting, but getting in there. And my few guys left. This unit is certainly taking a pounding. The issue is, as you can see, they've just fallen back, and the fact I don't have control. If I still had control, I'd be able to keep my Steggy chasing out and breaking these units to stop the archers hitting me. At the moment, it's just turning into a bit of an ongoing fight. We're not going to break anytime soon, but they're probably going to start. You see, they're already getting into my main area here, and this is going to be the biggest issue now. Steggy has broken. This is the end. My lord will break soon. Come on, kill as many of them as we can. We've devastated this unit, however. I'm just going to double time this through to the end. We'll watch him attacking in quick motion. And it's over, but it was a valiant defeat there, guys. So we absolutely hammered them. We made them pay for every inch there. Yeah, they lost 409 for my 300, which, considering they had a lot more troops and were able to get around me. Whereas if I'd held the walls there, I wouldn't have got anything like that, guys. So, you know, I would have taken far more damage holding the walls because I'd have been stretched out. I didn't have enough troops to hold the walls there, whereas by not holding the walls, I could avoid them. If it had less troops, maybe holding the walls would have been a good idea, but not in a situation like that. Anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of this one. Once it does get back around to our turn, I'm probably going to try and get another one of these out and another Night Owls out at least today. And if I can, a third one on our new Bestmen campaign, but I'm not promising anything because I've got various family things on. Again, tomorrow I'm probably not going to get as many out as last Sunday because off to see family, so I'm going to be out most of the day, and unfortunately I am doing lots of overtime at work at the moment, so it's going to be a little bit less on the frequency for the next a little bit of time, but I am going to be trying to keep at least one a day coming out for you while I'm working overtime, but I don't get back until like 11 o'clock at night when I'm doing overtime, so I'm not always going to be promising that, but I will try, because I do hope you're enjoying these. I certainly am. As always, guys, please feel free to give feedback. If you think I'm doing something wrong, you think I could be doing something better, by all means chuck it in the comments. Any suggestions to what I should be doing differently, chuck it in the comments. You know, that's the best way of me learning, because I'm not the best at this. There is a lot I don't know about this game still, so Zlanhubek, that's a lot of heroes to be in one army. So let's see what these guys are doing. They're just rejigging, basically. Oh, do you want peace? Not gonna happen. Too late. You are going to get smashed. Greybeard Prospectors. These are my allies. I'm hoping they don't actually take any of these territories, because I personally want all these cities myself. But they are good allies, so I won't be particularly upset if they take a couple of settlements. Spinosotic Dwarves, who are just kind of sitting there. I'm a bit surprised they've not taken on those orcs yet still, but that is quite a powerful stack those orcs have. But they're not being aggressive, they're just sitting there, so, you know. So I've lost this settlement. Anyway, guys, as I said, that is it for the time being, so thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for your time, guys.